Denise Marlo. You are now listening to the Drunken Monks podcast.
Good afternoon.
Morning and evening.
Good afternoon. Good morning and evening. Yo, we're back.
We are back in
Back
the
again.
building.
We're trying to figure it out. I'm a little rushed here this afternoon, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not in frame in certain cameras I want to, but in frame in other ones.
Stop talking, Marlo.
I stop talking about what?
Come, let's get into it, man.
Okay, well, I'm fine. Hey, my name is Marlo Brown.
Denise Faber.
We are
the Drunken Monks.
Drunken Monks. A little rushed here this afternoon, but we're going to do our best, right? We are by ourselves after a very heftig, very interesting episode last weekend.
The least, yeah.
Wow, she had me speechless, man. Yo, Deborah, blessings unto you, darling. And I hope that you had a good Pride weekend. I hope that everything was good. And cheers unto you, my friend, as well. Boom, boom.
Cheers to Kafino.
Cheers
Thank you for the Fino and the Borgo.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, housekeeping, y'all. Yo, for all of your rum, wine, and coffee needs, please find Kafino here in Curaçao. The man Alberto and his staff are very knowledgeable about what they need to do. They taught me something about the wine that I drank here just a minute ago that Denise is drinking right now as well. It's a Spanish wine. What's it called again?
Tempranillo.
A Tempranillo.
It's the biggest grape in Spain.
I can't even pronounce it, so yeah, so that's the thing. But they can, so apparently they know what's going on. And yeah, guys, we're here at Groteberg. They have a beautiful store as well. Be sure to come down. Be sure to come take a look, see what's going on. I know that my partner likes it here too, like as well. So
it's not too shabby.
It's not too shabby at all. She has her grandma like Schaltje
Too shabby.
No, man, but yeah, guys, definitely come and check them out. You got your rum, you got your Borgo for sure. I think the only distributor of Borgo right now on the island. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me.
No, they are the distributor.
Yeah, toch. And then from there we go. Jumping straight into it, love.
See.
You have a subject.
Yes,
You have a subject. You have a subject.
From when we were recording, all of a sudden I received a petition, a digital petition, via app, about something with beaches. Did you receive a petition, Marlo?
I received a petition as well. I'll be honest, and I'm a bit of a bastard. I usually get those things and I don't bother because I used to bother. I used to think, oh, good cause and we're gonna change the world or whatnot. And I've signed a good amount of these in my young days, especially like the digital ones. But it never goes anywhere. You never get no update. You never get no this, and then you see that it tapers off. And whatever. So I tend to kind of leave it alone now. Not that I don't want to read it, but I have other things to do. So.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so...
Things to do.
Yeah, I mean, this podcast is one of them, so yeah. No, but all right.
How much time does it to sign a petition?
It takes time to research the cause.
Well, let me tell you.
Here we go.
Tell you about the cause.
Here we go.
Recently, our government of Curaçao, as like the few public beaches that we have left, they have published designs to put buildings on these beaches, making them making them generic tourist traps, like these hyper modern, like super vierkant, so super square beton look buildings on Lagoon, Jeremy, Caracas Bay. Those were the three.
Jeremy is where exactly? That one I don't know.
Jeremy is between Lagoon and Knip.
Okay.
And it is my favorite beach, but if they're gonna fuck it up right now,
that's your favorite beach? Seriously?
It used to be Casabao, but Casabao is just too commercial.
I mean, sowieso. Like when during COVID there was like, oh, this is for the tourists from the from the cruise ship or whatever. Like that's when me and the wife stopped going as well.
I think they still cordon off the beach for the cruise ship people. So I'm also not really Casabao fan anymore.
No.
And Jeremy is nice because it's a very small bay, a very small, let's say, inlet, and it's very...
It's a cove. It's a little cove.
Yeah, it's very authentic. It used to be very quiet. Nobody used to go there. Then the tourist bureau put some palapa, so of those huts with the palm leaves for a roof.
Like a roof, yeah.
Which is nice because the beach didn't have no shade.
Right.
But then more people went to the beach, but okay, I guess that's okay. But now they're gonna put, like, on that beach and on all the other beaches, big beach bars. And then you already know what's going to happen. Then we can no longer go to the beach. And I'm sure that the government is going to say, well, Yeah, you could still go to the beach, but let's be honest. When have you seen locals at Yantil, at Mambo, with all these modern structures? You don't. We don't go there. And if you put a very expensive bar and restaurant on the beach,
Right.
somebody has to maintain the building. Government, I don't think, seeing everything else, they have money, so they would have to rent it out.
Right.
If they're gonna put, or they exploit it, if they're gonna put people in it, those people are gonna say, yeah, well, I need to make my investment back. So yeah, people, you can come, but rent chairs or whatever. It's gonna be difficult for us to go to the beach.
Okay, but then this protest is in opposition to that, then basically, like
Yeah.
the development of these things at these several beaches. It's not
Well,
like one beach,
yeah.
one cause is a global cause, like
Yeah.
global
And
national
the problem
cause.
is, for example, at Lagoon, they already put the foundation. Lagoon, to start with, is a fisherman's beach.
Yeah,
Fishermen
no,
actually go in
there
the water,
and fish and come back and they sell.
They put the boats
at the shore.
They let the boats in the water there.
Yeah.
So now you put a big old foundation for a bar in the middle of the beach. Like, how are these people gonna work? Lagoon is a beach where you have lots of school groups, pathfinders, with scouts, bedoel ik dan, coming there for all their bijdag.
Weddings. As like in my business, I had to actually attend to a wedding in July when like, and they loved the fact that it was so cozy and like because obviously it's a destination thing.
Yeah.
And it's people from out of town and whatnot, but they love the fact that it was so quote unquote cozy.
Yeah.
Like it was so like a quote unquote real and authentic, and it was not plastic and sandals and waiting
So now it's going to become plastic. And aside from that, if you put the beach bar in the middle of the beach, and with the heavy rains that we are getting, I don't know if they really thought about how the water moves.
Nope.
And the water, there are a lot of hills there. So water's coming from the hill, moving on the beach towards the sea. Yeah. And now you're going to put a big building. I don't know how it will play out, but it's not going to play out well. So people are opposing this because the main critique is that the government did not consult the people, especially not the people who live there.
Stakeholders.
In the design. I mean, a lot of people are for development because people think it's nice that you have a dressing room and that you have toilets. Right. But don't make a big thing and which doesn't align with the environment, neither nature nor the authentic character of the beach. So that's what people are protesting.
Okay, and then you asking me my opinion about this.
Yeah, and
like to start a conversation.
Also, wacht even, to finish it off is to me, I did a little bit of research, but I couldn't find the aanbesteding, how you call it, the tender.
Right.
The government. It is public beaches.
So there were no like bids that were proposed.
Usually, if it's over a certain amount, you have to have a public tender so that everybody who wants to can bid.
Yeah, to go build it, basically.
To build it.
Right.
And to eventually also, I think, to rent it. So if you want to put your beach bar in it, they should also put a public tender for that. But I haven't seen one tender for any of the beaches. So
of course not.
I'm wondering how did this process go?
Of course not.
So I signed a petition, and you were like, you didn't have time to research the petition. Are you going to sign a petition?
But okay, but then all right. Wait, hold on. Let me defend my character there for 2 seconds before we get into anything. I will check a petition if you send it to me.
All right.
I will check a petition if my wife sends it to me or my inner circle sends it to me, because they know me enough to know that if they send something to me, that I will read it no matter what. So they will not try to waste my time. So if it's a person that is on the second, third, or fourth layer of my circle, then that's a little less. That's a little, I'll get to it if I get to it, when I get to it. You know what I mean? And that's where it came from. It came from somebody that toevallig I happened to bump into a couple weeks ago, months ago, like or whatever, and I haven't seen this person in like maybe 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we had a conversation, we never followed up, and then all of a sudden, like, you're sending me this thing again. So I'm like, okay, when I get to it, like I get to it. That's one. Two. Yeah, of course there's not going to be a tender. Of course this is not a transparent thing. Of course people are going to try, like government is going to try to keep this under the rug as best as possible because they know it's going to piss people off. The last time that you guys had anything of any kind of import that was like this, no, not the last time, last 2 times. You had the mangroves with Corendon and you had Santa Barbara Beach.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara Beach being now Sandals or whatever. And that was a big, so when it was Santa Barbara Beach, it was a big like hoopla, like, oh, the locals can't go there no more. And Fike is now a thing that is closed off unless you're rich or unless you this or that, read white and whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like, government, whoever's doing this, whoever has a hand in this probably knows. The best thing to do is just to keep quiet about it and then to keep it moving. Because if you keep it moving, the one thing that you can depend on is people is probably not informed enough to try to keep abreast and to make noise about this.
Yeah.
That's one. Yeah. So while it's a bad tactic, I can applaud the strategy of that tactic on the opposition. That being said,
No, you can applaud it. Wacht even. You can applaud it, but it's gewoon...
it's scummy.
Yeah, but we are...
It's scummy. It's scummy.
That we are a democracy and we pretend that the government will act in the interest of the people
no,
and not in the interest of self.
Okay, so, what you like to say it. We're going to put a pin in this one, folks, because that one is about one that I feel too very big about when it comes to voting in your interest, right? But we'll get to that, right?
Okay, third segment maybe.
Maybe that we're getting to that. But I'm gonna say something like this, right? The thing that irks me about what you're explaining about what the designs are, because I've seen the design for I've seen the proposal for Caracas Bay as well, right? Here's my take. Caracas Bay is one of the few places that I truly know on this island that I say that I've been there enough. I think I got the ebb and flow of the place well enough for one and so. It is a place for family. It's a place for like celebrating like birthdays if you don't have enough. It is a place for friends gathering where you don't quite know what to do and you want to just tailgate. You get some, you get some beers, you get a cooler, you get a little bit of music. It's for the rude boys them to show off their bikes. It's for a little bit of music.
During the day, different swim groups. Friends who swim together come. Ladies who are doing aqua jogging or aqua. Those
ladies that are trying to lose weight and they get together for a group and they all walk together or they exercise together.
Yeah, but also in the water. Huh? It's not just out the water.
Right, but I'm saying the whole spot.
Yeah.
The whole spot has a wholesome family park vibe. Yeah. It doesn't have a trendy, kitschy, oh, look at us, look at how awesome we are, come spend some money here type of vibe. Yeah. It is a relax. You go there and relax is what I get. You go there and you let your hair down. You go there and because I've made jokes about it in the past, Curacalians do not know how to fucking relax. They are too uptight. They're too like.
Hey.
You too. Yes.
No. Others. I won't.
So then let your hair down right now.
And it's
just
gonna
prove me wrong, yo. Just to prove me wrong.
Crazy.
Just to prove me wrong, yo. But jokes aside, it is a place where you get to kind of be yourself and be, in Dutch you say like zonder capsones, yeah?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you are introducing capsones into the mix. You are introducing like people have to be on the P's and Q's and one and so. And that for me is where I find that is wrong-headed. It like you got to remember what this thing is for. You got to remember because you take away this place, what else do they have? Like, what else do they have?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? And Lagoon strikes me at that spot as well. The only beach I don't know is the last one you named. Jeremy, that one that you love. But I don't know any other place that I could point to. Pier, maybe, but even Pier got a little bit of a shine.
Pier, you mean Maripampun?
Yeah, but you can't swim there. You can't really. There's a little spot.
On the other side.
Yeah, there's a little spot, but it's not like the whole area.
No, it's
like or whatever. You check what I mean, and it's like slowly but surely, like these little places are dying. Like slowly but surely, like these little, like it has to be shiny. It has to be new. It has to be.
Because I think, especially the government that we have now, I think this mostly men, mostly those type of, I won't say...
Businessmen, tussen haakjes. Businessman, business-minded.
These are business-minded, my own pocket-minded. But these are these guys who like to go to Dubai and be, oh, I went to Dubai, like that type. I think these...
Interessant doen, zeg je tegen mij elke keer.
I think these men don't go. These guys don't go to the beach. They don't go. If they go to the beach, they would go to a Madeiro. Like they would go to one of the flashy places because A, they're not gonna walk in the sand with their expensive shoes, and two, they can sit at the bar and show off that they have money so that they can spend money at the bar. So the painting, the designs, the concepts indeed that I saw.
European, it's very European, it's very...
like Until number 2. Until number 2. We cannot go with our own jug, with our domino, with our table of dominoes, with a barbecue, with grandma and grandpa and a baby and a box, and we cannot go to Until with all those things. So where can we go?
So here's a devil's argument to be made. And I don't like making the devil's argument, but I like to know what the opposition might think of to say, right? You can go to Die Boy for that. You can go to Die Boy for that. Under certain circumstances, you can go to Grote Knip for that. You can go to...
But even Grote Knip already would...
Yeah, it's starting to turn around to like as well. So that's why I say under certain circumstances. But there are places you can go to Kleine Knip for that.
So you want to relegate everybody... Sowieso?
No, but it's just they're making the places smaller.
Sowieso?
Yeah.
I know. I don't... Yeah, you can go to Kleine Knip. But if I don't have a car and I live Pariba, I have to take 2-3 buses to get to Kleine Knip. It will take me 2-3 hours. Yep. And then I run the risk that I cannot get back to my house.
Yep.
If I now live Pariba, so on the east side of the bridge, I at least have Caracas Bay I can go to. I have Maripapuno I can go to.
Yeah,
if you take that away,
with the convoy and
where can I go to?
No, but then here's the thing, right? And this has been established because you've said these guys don't go to the beach, and
that's my assumption, because
mine as well. Mine as well. I will put my neck on the block with you for that one because I do feel that there's a divide in class even amongst locals, right? And not just the colorism thing or whatever, but there's a genuine divide of money and access and all of that, right?
Yeah.
And people who have a car don't have an idea of what it's not like to have a car.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, when it comes to the folks, and I'm not trying to put everything into a box. I'm not trying to say, oh, only poor people do this or only this, because rich people or well-to-do people do it as well. But I think that there's a charm to going to Caracas Bay with your jug and no expectations, no, oh, we're gonna do this and it's gonna be a big production. No, you just go, you have a JBL, you got your jug, you got good friends, and you sometimes stay there till 5 o'clock in the morning talking some of the most profound shit. And you reestablish and you give grandma on another day her good 80th birthday with all her grandkids and all her great grandkids and everything else. And it all happens there. But there's a charm to it. There's a, honest to God, I didn't get it in the beginning. I won't tell you no bullshit. I did not get it in the beginning because where we're from, because you're from there too at this point now as well, is white sandy beaches. It's like the beaches are well manicured and maintained and whatnot. So I'm always used to like expand, like you could skinny dip whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I got here and I saw, you can't walk on the beach too easy, you can't do this and that, I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? You know what I mean? Slowly but surely, but my wife brought me there, and it's her piece. It's like her being there and being able to like, there's no noise, there's no, like, not a lot of light pollution. You can see the stars. You can, enjoy the moment and not be too worried about the place that you're in. Then is when I started, and especially the older I got, I started to get it. And I started to fall in love with it the same way. You take that away, then again, I come back to it, and what you're saying as well, what the fuck do you have?
And to me, it just feels like most of these ministers, to me, I don't know. To me, I feel like they grew up in poverty or they were not rich growing up.
Yeah.
And now they make some money and they went to Saint-Tropez.
They got bougie.
Not the club in Curaçao, but the real place.
They got bougie.
France.
It was on one yacht one time with one person.
And I'm like, oh my God, we need to bring this to Curaçao.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. And of course, kickbacks and all that shit. Also.
All that shit.
But I'm like, what are we doing? And I just feel sad that we.
Okay.
I know politicians be shitting all the time, but.
Politicians be like politicking, but let me ask you one last question before, and this it will not have an effect on whether or not I sign because I'm just going to do it, but I would like you to convince others to sign. Do you think that the petition has weight? Do you think that it'll...
For sure, and I was shocked to see certain... It is interesting because I saw the petition online also, these different... in Curaçao, everything is on Facebook, so you have these different news tussen aanhalingstekens sites. Pages with information. And depending on the page, you saw the reaction. So there were some pages and everybody was like, yeah, we need to sign this. This is ridiculous. And the nature and the
That's
people.
The progressive and the bougie people.
And then I saw pages with Curaçao, so people from here, saying, yeah, every time we do something for progress, people are complaining, so we can't do nothing. I was like you don't even know how ignorant you sound. Like you're very short-sighted.
No, but no.
Short.
This is where you and I are gonna go back and forth. Oh, this is the last one. This is the last one.
The last one.
That seems to be a bit of a theme with me. No, but here's the thing, though. I agree with you. Short-sighted. I agree with you. All of that. But I also got sympathy with that short-sighted.
Why?
Again, they don't enjoy the prosperity that you have. They do not enjoy. They don't have the freedom to say no to it.
But I get that. I get that. But the sad part is, it's an irony. I get what you're saying.
And that goes to voting against your interests.
Because if all these beach bars are going to be realized, how they are envisioned right now, these people, okay, they don't have the privilege that I have, and I think you're right. But when these things are realized, maybe now once every 5 years they go to the beach. Right. Then they can never go to the beach. Well, never, but then it's going to be even harder to go to the beach.
But I will give you one even stronger. But I will give you one even stronger. Like even though I'm playing devil's advocate, I will even give you one stronger. There's a half a chance that you're not working at that beach bar as well. There's a half.
There is a 90% of chance that you're not gonna be working there.
There's a half a chance, and even if you got maybe the right experience for it or whatever, but there's a half a chance you're not gonna be working at the beach bar because
you're not gonna be working there.
Yeah, because
no te vai trainang. Abo no.
We try to sprinkle in a little bit of pavimento every episode now, apparently, because with me doing the editing, I've noticed that every episode we got a little bit of un tigre de pavimento, sí. Pero all right. You believe in the protest, you believe in the cause. Hearing you speak about it, I believe in the cause now too, as well. I didn't know what it was about, but I just figured, all right, you know what? And I will be signing. I would say to anybody that's watching us from here too, as well, feel free to at least to do, oh Lord, feel free to do your research, but at the same time, look into things properly, and just give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
And who knows? Maybe we could change the course of human history, just a bit. I think that's a good time to.
And also.
No, it's not. All right.
No. Last point. Last point. If you sign a petition now, you can truly bitch about whatever's happening in the future.
This is true.
Because people bitch all the time, but if you sat by and silently watch things change. Terwijl, when you figure out, oh shit, dit was echt een slechte dinges, shut the fuck up. Want toen je een kans had, heb je die kans niet gegrepen.
That's about as rough as I've seen it this whole season. Shut the fuck up. And with that, to our sponsors, we will be right back.
Meneer, welkom.
Goedemiddag, kan ik u helpen?
Let's make it clap.
Even when you do it, seriously.
Sit.
Say.
Maybe let me explain. Because people are like, why is she always saying, let's make it clap? When we come back from any break or when the camera goes on, we usually clap so you can sync the sound on, because we're recording on different cameras.
Yes.
And with different mics.
Yes.
So you clap so that it's easier for the editor to sync everything.
Yes.
And then always when Marlo claps, he takes it very serious.
Yes.
I get a song in my head.
Yes.
Because as you might have noticed, I hear songs when people...
Just a bit. You know what I mean? Just a bit. Don't ever say mama in front of her.
Hey, oh nee, oké, laat maar.
Ja,
Oké, bon,
toch?
laten we doorgaan.
No, man.
Mama! Ooh,
Yeah. You see, now I'm doing it. Need to make you cry.
Oké, mensen gaan echt huilen als ik doorga, dus bang.
Ik ook hoor. My singing voice was left back when I was 12. Like my balls dropped and that was it. You know what I mean? No, but okay. So I'm gonna talk about the elephant in the room, or in this case, the 764 dildos in the room apparently.
Of how much child oil, wat was het toen een
Baby oil. Baby fucking oil. Look, guys, I won't tell you no lie. We sometimes try to go with the flow and we sometimes try to go against it, right? And we were going back and forth about talking about this particular thing, and well, obviously, by the baby oil reference, you know already. Sean, Puffy, Diddy, Daddy, Diddly, Diddler, Combs, whatever the fuck, right? Freak out Combs. We've been going back and forth about talking about this, and last week we had a chance to talk about it because some more stuff had come out. But we had our lovely guests like Deborah again. Hey, shout out to Deborah. And truly, like, Denise is about being actual, and I'm about the essence of the thing. And we were talking about it, and I think I finally got an essence that we can talk about that does not center on the whole thing with Diddy. So I'll start the conversation.
Yes,
for those that don't know, Sean Puffy Combs has been indicted federally, which means you're actually pretty fucking fucked when it comes to the States.
P. Diddy.
Yes, P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, music mogul, gatekeeper to hip hop, the whole fucking nine. And he's having a bad year because things have been coming up left and right. He had a civil suit. But Cassie also, apparently a video was leaked of him beating Cassie to fucking death or near death in the fucking hotel room. All of that shit, right? Okay, fine. The problem that I have with it, and the problem that my co-hosts have with it, because we do agree on certain things, is that you've seen it once too often. You've seen it before. We've had Weinstein, we've had Bill Cosby, and in this case, and I'm sorry, there's all black folk at this point. You've had R. Kelly and all that type of shit. All this shit. I mean, yeah, Weinstein's not black, but I mean to say, but the majority of them is black, like Cosby and R. Kelly and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So what is er interessants om daarover te praten? What is there interesting to talk about this type of shit, right? I have a background in like the music world and the entertainment world and art and whatnot. So like I was backstage when most people were front stage, right? And we've had an episode too about like Ali Bay and that type of thing. Yeah. Season 3, the first one or whatever. The thing that hits me is that all these brothers, all these guys, whatever, right? There might be women out there too, but you don't really hear about them. But all these guys, the minute they get a little bit of money, the minute that they get a little bit of fame, a little bit of power, they get weird about sex. Or rather, they don't get weird about sex. Whatever is weird comes out.
I wanted to say they were already weird.
Yeah.
But now they have the means to realize it.
Yeah. And for me, I think that's something to explore. I think that's something to kind of get into.
But what is the thing? What is the thing?
Look, I think, and we've said this enough times on the show, everybody's weird about sex, right? And I think this is evidence for my point that everybody has, quote unquote, an unspeakable kink. I think that everybody has a thing that they're going to take to their grave, and society and Norma and Varda and all those things, let those people know, all right, you know what? you might like goats, but you need to keep it to yourself. And you can't do nothing about those fucking goats. I'm sorry. Because if one person catches you, that's it. Right?
Leave the goats alone.
leave the fucking goats alone, right?
Sad.
Yeah,
Don't
you know what I
rush
mean?
yourself.
But I think that both the time that we're in, and I think that money and power makes you feel invincible. So you feel like, all right, you know what? I can get away with murder. The thing that fucks me up about Diddy is the fact that he taped it. Any
But a lot
fucking
of these
gangster,
guys tape this shit.
right? Because it's
Because indeed, they feel invincible.
okay. So you've taken a couple of psychology classes, right? You've taken a couple of things, and you work within law and right. Okay, so I'm an armchair this shit, right? The standing theory is that sociopaths, if they like their work, they like trophies.
Yes.
They like to be able to go back to what they've done, and I could be honest about that too. I have a couple of tapes that if I could never run for fucking office that are out there like about me. They're like, oh, okay.
Marlo, at some point your kids might watch the show.
Hi Kai, whatever. No, but I mean to say, no, but I'm saying like you have trophies. You have trophies about the things that the weird shit that you've done, and I think that is a part of the matrix of the thing. I think that is a part of the. It's not that you want to get caught, but you just want your toy. You want your thing
Keep
that
it in
you.
the air. What's wrong?
No, but
Remember shit?
that doesn't kick the dopamine, and I think it's a drug in the sin fun as well that you chase the dragon. You do the first thing the first time, the first weird on uncouth over the line thing, but you maybe put a toe like over the line and it was fun.
Yeah.
But now you put a toe like over the line, it's not the same effect, and then you have to do the thing over and over again. So if by Vorbild, the first time you had a threesome, it was good and it was fun, but then the second time it wasn't as good as fun. So you may want to add another third person because that for you is the dank visor.
It's higher school. But
Exactly,
exactly.
exactly, and that's where I think that like guys with power, and I say it specifically, down with the patriarchy if you must. Go ahead.
No, it's
No,
I will not let a man tell me to down with patriarchy. Okay, Mario, that's so patriarchal.
Yo, that's
Down
misogynist.
with you and the patriarchy.
There it is. Once an episode, guys. No, but I do think it's guys with power that feel that they have the run of the world. The world still leans towards them. The world still leans towards like nobody's gonna upset the apple cart, and especially if you get to a particular place in fame and power where you're feeding people. You're truly people's jobs depend upon you.
Yeah.
They're gonna look to you. They're gonna look, and you're walking in with like 3 cases of baby oil and 4 dildos, and they're gonna look at you. Well, that's just him, and then they walk off. They don't even try to try to figure it out. I think that that's a part of the process. I think that unresolved whatever baggage trauma is like a part of the process. Sean Combs has admitted to abuse in the past. R. Kelly has admitted to abuse in the past.
That they were victims of
that
abuse.
they were victims of abuse as well in the past. And you can look to
have all the money in the freaking world. Get a fucking therapist.
yeah,
What
but
is
we
your
only know
name? Get a
no,
therapist.
but we only know therapy now, sweetheart. And by that time, you probably have coping mechanisms. Like at that time, you already got cocaine or whatever. If you're a drug user,
Like cocaine.
no, but cocaine increases the libido, love. Like what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
With apple pie. I mean.
Wait. All right. So then let me ask you something on a more that kind of personal level, and you don't have to go into details. You've never bumped into somebody who was a little bit weird about sex, a little bit like
Let me say, everybody.
not me,
about
not me.
Sex.
I'm saying overly though, overly. Like
Yeah, but then indeed, I'd be like, okay, weirdo, I just need to stay the fuck away from you. We can talk about math or something. We're not gonna but weet je, that weirdness I find in guys. Maybe because women keep it inside, I don't know. But usually the weirdness
they do, by the way.
that weirdness is with guys. And guys, they blurt out shit or I don't know what they're thinking. But sometimes guys want to tell you shit that you're not waiting for.
Yeah.
And crazy shit. And then
18-inch cock. You know,
and then there's a price that they
okay,
can't
I'm
get.
just trying to get some wine, dude. What the fuck?
Exactly. And then there's a price that they can't get women. Okay, but that's a whole different conversation. Yeah, you meet these people who are weird about sex and whose voice or show that they're weird about it. And usually you just leave them. But indeed, if you have millions and millions of dollars and you are the person that can make or break an artist, yeah. Yeah.
What always kills me about that is also, and that's the thing that I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
It's something that maybe you and I could like go a little bit further into. Power dynamic. It has to be a power dynamic. Like weak guys are not going up to powerful women and like, I got an 18-inch cock. They're not doing that. Couple, not a lot. You know what I mean? But
I think-
every rich dude who might be insecure, weak, whatever the fuck, is taking advantage of the fact. Every one of them. So power is one of the common denominators thereof. You know what I mean? Power and money, whatever. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, yes, yeah. Maar,
Yeah.
yeah. Maar what you say, weak dudes are not going up to women. All men who brag and do this crazy shit are insecure. All of them. If you're secure of yourself, hoef je niet zulke nonsense te gaan doen. You have to prove nothing.
Right.
So weak men do go to women and say this bullshit, but the
Okay.
problem to me is exasperated if you have money,
Right.
because then you feel you have power, and
Okay.
not you feel you have power because you can buy people off, you can save
Okay.
yourself if things go awry. You pay the fine, you settle with the officer.
NDAs are paid for, that type of shit.
So it only gives you more leeway, but you're still that insecure little. I don't like to use the B word, but you're still an insecure little B.
Bitch.
God, sis.
Hold on.
This.
But here's where now, and you're one of the few I would actually love to have this conversation with.
Oh Lord. Tante Claudia's watching.
Do we have no, I'm not going dirty. I'm not going dirty. I'm trying not to go dirty. I'm sorry, Tante Claudia. But would you at least find a place, even in your feminism, to say that these weak men, they don't need to be condemned?
Yeah, no, they need to be condemned.
Is there no rehabilitation possible? I'm not talking about
For the types like P. Diddy, no.
I'm not. No, let's call it P. Diddy is not even P. Diddy yet. This is pre 1999. This is like maybe he hasn't, because the thing that I've noticed too, like as well, this is just like my opinion and an anecdote. It seems that there was an escalation like over time, right? Like what he does in 2024
Yeah.
is not what he did in 2002.
Yeah.
There were signs of things. There were things of things, but maybe like again, the toe wasn't that far into the water just yet.
Yeah.
You check what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking you got him about to cross a threshold that is uncrossable or whatever. Do you help that brother? Do you? You're his friend. You're his. You know, he might be letting you know like he's planning on. He hasn't drugged anybody yet. He hasn't drugged, because that's a part of the accusation. Like he's drugged people to do this thing. He hasn't done this yet. You think that there's a place where you can look to him and be like, hey, yo, brother, there's freak is freak, but this is too far. Like you're taking away people's autonomy and whatnot.
I think people should do that. People should hold their friends and their family members accountable, and that is often not happening.
Right.
So I feel when you see bullshit happening, you should say, hey, this is bullshit happening. Hey, this is predatory. Hey, this is sexist. This is homophobic. This is xenophobic. This is racist. This is not okay.
But that's not my question. My question is he worth saving at that point? Is he worthy of empathy and like, yo, brother, come back. Let me give you a hug. Let me go to some therapy, as you say. Let me try to figure it out. Is he worthy of that?
Everybody is worth saving. I'm
Yeah.
not going to save everybody because some people is some bullshit. But everybody is worth saving. But you can only do some, like people have to save themselves.
Right.
You need, people have to help themselves. You need somebody to pull you, like you need somebody to extend a hand, but you need to grab that hand and je moet wel meewerken, want I cannot pull you if you're too heavy. Jij moet ook een beetje meebewegen. If there is no meebewegen, then I'm like, so everybody's worth saving, but can everybody be saved? I don't know.
See, no, okay, so then that's a good question, and that brings me back to this whole thing too, like as well. Look, I'm not trying to like justify any of this shit. Any of this shit. I will say it again into the main camera.
I'm waiting for the
No,
but.
it's not even a but. It's more like there is a greater picture to be had. I'm not saying but. I'm not saying integendeel. No. There is a greater picture to be had, period. There is context to be had.
Ja, maar there's context to be had, maar er zijn ook consequences. Because great that you're fucked up.
Zoe Zoe, Zoe Zoe, Zoe Zoe.
me.
No, but Zoe Zoe. But look, I am of the ilk of like context gives justice. Like if you're an unrepentant killer, fine. But if your father raised you, your mother raised you to be that, there's something to be said in that too. Like as well, you never had a chance. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a world where that exists. And for me, and again, I'm not looking at the context of Diddy in particular, of R. Kelly in particular. R. Kelly is a really good example of that because he was abused as well,
Yeah.
like documented crazy abuse, right? And he ended up doing it again. My only thing is that at least for us,
Yeah.
amongst us, African diaspora in the Caribbean, in the States, there's a lot of bullshit and baggage that comes with it too, like as well. It's not just the regular Christian Victorian age, like kind of ooh, sex is ew or whatever, but is like a lot of abuse and sex as a weapon, so rape as a weapon, buck breaking, Waitik fail that has gone through the ages, mythologizing the 18-inch cock or whatever the fuck. A lot of that stuff has gone with it too, like as well, where we have internalized it to the point we don't even understand no more. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's where the weirdness for like a lot of us comes from as well. Where I'll say one last one, where at least for me, where I know coming up, you couldn't just be a lover. You had to be a super lover. You had to be like, like competent, taught mastery. You had to be super freak. You had to be this or that. So all of that is all of the baggage that I think of too, like as well, like what if these guys grew up with this shit as well? Like, oh, you gotta be super lover, you gotta be this and that, you gotta be super duper freak if you wanna be ultra lover boy or Waitik fail. That is the shit that I wonder about. That is the shit that I wonder where that places within the psychology, within the sociology of us all. You know what I mean? These guys who happen to be black. I'm sorry. Now is your turn, love. I'm sorry.
Is great. Pathology, generational trauma, al die
Yes.
dingen, fantastisch.
But you
It's
were
not
wrong.
fantastisch. No. I understand. Maar you're hurting people. So you need to do the healing
By yourself.
and stop hurting people. And because like I got triggered when you were saying, yeah, people who like if the parents raised a killer,
Yeah.
you like there's something
And
to say
again, not
about-
to justify it, huh?
there's
Not to
something say
justify
about
it.
the killer. And I understand if you were raised to be a psychopath of whatever, and in hoeverre you can be raised, because sometimes it's just a chemical
This is true.
disbalance
This is
of
true.
imbalance, I should say.
Yeah.
Maar okay, you were, let's say, even for the sake of speaking, you were raised a killer. Je kan er niet veel aan doen, because that is the context you grew up in, that is the voorbeeld you saw, that is the tools you have, that is okay. But so yes, I feel sorry for you because you didn't have a chance, but you killed someone too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
balance.
it doesn't negate the fact that you killed someone.
Yeah.
So yes, you need to work on yourself. Yes, all these things, but it won't bring the person that you killed back.
That is also a point that I can build upon with you on this fucking Diddy thing, because Lord help me, I love the jokes, I love the memes, I love everything. And even though that you might feel that, certain people that were involved, they're also kind of celebrities too, so they're fair game. But there's a fair chance this man ruined a good amount of lives.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a good chance that this man has people that cannot look at their doorstep well again. They're too afraid to go outside.
For sure.
They're you know what I mean? And that for me, that's where I find a humanity. Like that's where I say, all right, you know what? Throw him under the jail if he's wrong. And if he's proven wrong, I am still about justice working the way it's supposed to work and as it ought to work. I'm hoping that money doesn't get involved, doesn't buy off lawyers, judges, whatever. But if it does work the way it's supposed to work and it's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that, this dude did what he had to fucking do, under the jail. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, my humanity goes out the window too, like, as well. Like, you've ruined lives, my friend. You have ruined lives. You have people that have to live with your whims and your actions. And what the fuck are they gonna do?
That's the thing, yeah,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
you think you're more important. Once you start causing human suffering from others. Like you suffer, yeah, it's bad for you, but once you start hurting people, then I mean, it's too far.
Yeah.
And the same thing you say about, like, again with this parents that raise killers, zeg maar. You have to, if you have two kids in a family, one will become a killer, the other one doesn't. So this sociology or the way you're raised and your environment
Has an effect.
has a major effect, maar het wil niet zeggen dit dus dat.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee.
It is not, yeah, it is not a fact.
It's not.
Still, things can change. So it's very complicated, and you should pity and you should offer help, I feel, but you cannot close your eyes of the real suffering that someone caused in other people's lives.
So here's what I would end this off with, and maybe we gotta end the show because
I think we have to end the show.
Yeah, no, hey guys, we've been here. No, I will say this one because we do try to end on some hope, right? I think that, and I'll come back to it again and again and again because it's one of my. You wave the flag of feminism, I wave the flag of sex, like positivity, not body positivity, but sex positivity. Like you have to be able to be in a place where you're not immediately judged for what can be seen as an innocuous opinion. Not even that what you're doing is like an opinion about things. You have to be in a place where I think where you can talk about possible abuse that is happening to you from young, for us to be able to work through some shit. I think you have to be in a place where the morality of sex and sex itself has to be separated, or at least the morality and the sex of Sahmar. Sorry if I said it in the wrong way, right? I think that we need to get to a place of that before we can get to anything else. Put Diddy under the jail, yes, but he might be a victim of circumstance too, yes, all of that. But even if he's a victim of circumstance, we're still fucked up. We're still all around fucked up. We're still this, that, and the third, and we're still othering for him liking guys. I mean, that's the big joke of it all. Like, nobody's making jokes about the fact that he beat up fucking Cassie or whatever, but everybody's making jokes about the fact that he might have punked out like Meek Mill. You know what I mean? Like, even that we got to address. Even that Pride Week just passed. Fuck it, we got to address this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, for me, the hope is, again, we're trending upwards, however slowly, but we're trending upwards. We're like two idiots like you and I can sit down in front of an idiot and a scholar like you and I.
Okay, thank you.
I am learning them, like she can't help. No, but we could sit in front of a camera and at least talk about this shit now.
Yeah.
My grandparents couldn't. My mother maybe could have, maybe. Your mother maybe could have, maybe.
Yeah.
But we're talking out and about is in the internet, in the free world. As you said, my son, my daughter could see this right now.
Yeah.
We can speak freely and try talk to something. And others can as well. Pride Week, big fucking flag across Caracas Bay on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Big fucking flag. So we're getting less weird about sex. Now, we're not weird about sex, but we're getting bit by bit, beige by beige, less weird. I think that's the hope. And maybe, just maybe, we can meet, find, and stop the future Diddies of the world. Let me give you a last whole thing before we go.
No, let's leave it at that. Now I'm like, we're moving now more and more to self-responsibility.
Accountability.
Or self-accountability.
Yeah.
Like, your traumas are not supposed to be my issue.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not your fault that you got your traumas. It's not my fault that I have my traumas. But I need to recognize my own traumas, my own triggers, and I need to work on myself to better myself and to avoid these traumas and triggers from going buck wild, zeg maar. Oké, laten we niet dat woord gebruiken, maar going out of control.
That was a triple point, y'all. Y'all don't even know.
Going out of control.
No, but you said something, and unfortunately, you triggered me to go even deeper into it. Okay, last one, y'all. Last one. It's a noble idea to quote unquote work on self and by yourself, but you're never truly by yourself when you work on this stuff. I think that's the part that gets me annoyed with, not with you, but with that language, with like, oh, you gotta go and self-heal. Like I've seen skits about it or whatnot. Yeah, you self-heal, but you cut off all your fucking friends. Or yeah, you self-heal, or you know, like you're healing, but you're letting everybody fucking know. Like it's a balance, dan zeg maar. You know what I mean? Like you work on your shit. You don't burden a quote unquote potential partner, or your kids. Hopefully, dear God, you know what I mean. But there's always gonna be a little bit of spillage. There's always gonna be like it's not clean. It's always a little bit
No,
messy.
it's not clean. Maar
You know what I mean?
that is what happens in the process. That should not be
A
from the onset.
prerequisite.
It should not be. You should not take it for granted. Je moet niet gewoon denken van, oh ja, maar goed, Marlo is er toch om mij te ondersteunen. No, that's not your responsibility. If you're there, you want to understand me. Yes. If some in me working through my shit, releasing some of my trauma on you, yes, that can happen. Maar dat moet niet het uitgangspunt zijn. Ik moet niet denken van, oh ja, but I'm going to work on myself. And of course, that means that, I will say some mean things to Marlo. Nope.
But that's the thing that they hide behind. Huh? I swear to God, I'm not gonna name names or whatever. But I had a young man. He's slightly on the spectrum, and he blurts out stuff. He blurts out things, but he's mean. You know what I mean? Like he's mean about it. And I told him playing. There's mean and then there's brutal honest because he hides behind. Yeah, man.
Dutch people.
Right. Hey, but they hide behind the thing of, oh, I'm just brutally honest. No, you're brutally honest and brutal.
Yeah.
There's you brutally. Tell me I'm brutally.
You're not brutally honest. You're just brutal.
Wait. I challenge the person. Tell me something brutally honest that's good about me. You know what I mean?
Couldn't.
Yeah. You only want to be brutal in the bad way. You don't want to be brutal in the good way. Tell me something that's brutal about me in a good way. Tell me, yo, you are a good dude that's short. You know, like, tell me something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could not. And I was like, that's where it is. That's where, like in the people that are quote unquote doing the work, there are those in between that are taking it as an excuse to just be their worst selves among people. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Like,
yeah, but a type like that is not working on himself, huh? That is the excuse to not work on yourself.
All right.
That is, because indeed, I used to be also brutally honest, but growing up.
to me, y'all, to me.
Everybody. But then, indeed, then it's also people telling me, hey, you could also say the same thing you want to say without being mean.
Yeah.
Like, because what is it that you want? Do I want to tell you the thing, the truth, the thing that I'm being honest about?
Or do you want to feel superior?
Yeah, this because you can also tell somebody, that dress is ugly as fuck, but without saying the dress is ugly as fuck. Want waar gaat het om? You want to make the person feel bad and yourself feel good, or do you want to tell the person, hey, maybe look at something.
Especially like if it's a friend. Hey, honey child, come, let me go. Let me change that cardigan.
Something. Hey. And it's winter in my office, so this is my winter vest, and I'm very happy with it.
Hey, I can't say shit, dude. I'm a fat sack of shit that don't dress well. Fuck it. No, but guys, all right. I think
this is
that we got
because the house of Kafino has to. The store is closing, man.
Yeah, the store is closing.
They've been very good to us. We don't want to overstay our welcome.
So, hey, Alberto, again, we're pushing the burger, brother. We are. I didn't hit the tagline this year, this episode, but the burger is still working. Trust you me.
The burger walking.
Walking panel. Like,
I'll take one for the road.
Yeah, man. No, but guys,
this sweet and short, I think.
Sweet and short, but it's also
for actually
impactful. Yeah, I've said it in the past, but yeah, we're gonna talk about that like off screen. No, but darling dear, it's always a pleasure to match wits with you. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. And
I hope we left some food for thought. I mean, let us know what you think.
Yeah, guys.
Weet je, denk er verder over na.
Guys. And if you're local, fuck's sake, man, again, look into the thing, sign the petition, please. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let me go from there. All right.
Signing off.
I am Marlo Brown.
Denise Faber.
We are always
the Drunken Monks. Thank you, Marlo.
Hey, guys.